Okay, so today I'm going to finish planting my flowers that we have for our pots and our wishing well, things like that around here. And then we're going to talk about some bee stuff and some weather stuff. So just follow me as I start doing the flowers. So right here behind us is where we're going to start. So we're going to get this dirt that we've got. Now I already have planted most of the pots around here and our hanging baskets, but we ran out of flowers, so we needed to get a few more for this and then for on top of our wishing well. And I'll show you that. So today is a really nice day in Iowa for the end of June. It's like low 80s. We've had a lot of hot weather. And then we got a lot of rain, which we were very thankful for. And so now it's cooled down for a couple days. So we're thankful, and we're going to be doing like the flowers, finish that. We're going to be working on we're working on the bees this weekend because of the nicer weather and things like that. So the other day, during our storms, we had some more tornadoes, but they were just little tornadoes. They didn't really touch the ground. Not that I know of anyways. But the ones we saw, we actually have a couple of videos of some that we saw just down the road. And they were in the clouds. We saw them coming down, not touching the ground like I said, and then going back up. So it was pretty amazing to see that. So this isn't over here. I'm going to have to dump this together. But yeah, so back to the flowers. Every year when we plant flowers, we always end up having to put more dirt in our pots. Of course, that makes sense. So this one needed a lot of more dirt. And now we're going to pick a couple flowers. Now these flowers that we plant every year, this year coming up though, in the winter, I'm going to start our own in the greenhouse like we did our vegetables last year. So then we don't have to buy these flowers. But this year we just bought them, and we now, like, you know, we have bees, and so people might think we plant these flowers for the bees. Well, not true exactly. We've always planted flowers even before we ever had bees. So we love flowers. They're beautiful. They just make our farm look so nice. I mean, God must have known that we would love to see flowers, right? He loves to make things beautiful for us to see here on earth. And flowers is one of those beautiful creations that He created for us to enjoy. But so back to the bees though. So really bees are not going to mess with, this is not many flowers. I mean, I have maybe like 2 hanging baskets over there, 1 at the house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pots, and then the wishing well. So for bees, I mean, that's not really, they're not going to get a lot of nectar and stuff from this. They're going to want to go to big fields of more wildflowers, dandelions. We have a whole bunch of sunflowers growing. So we're going to have, they're going to go to the bigger, they're not going to fly for just this couple things, So we don't really plant them for the bees. We plant them for us. So. Some people might think that we plant them for the bees. If you have bees, you might think, well, bees like all flowers, right? Well, I mean, it's not that they don't like them, but, they're not going to waste bees are really good workers, right? So they're not going to waste their time, so to speak, on something that they're going to barely get any nectar out of. So they want to be efficient in their working, which they are. So, that's what I'm just trying to pick up which colors would look the best around here. So, but yeah, so bees, very efficient workers. It's the way God made them, and it's true. Which here in a little bit I'll talk about the bees, and you will be able to see what I mean when I say how great and efficient workers they are. Now these flowers spread really nicely throughout the summer. So I'm not, I don't stack them in too much because you have to give them room to spread. So, but I like to make them full too. I don't like to be too scarce with it either. So, one of my favorite things to see in the summer is not when my flowers spread out and they really get nice, and and it's just covered, you don't see the dirt anymore. All you see is flowers and green leaves. So that's so pretty. I just really love that. Peaceful, and it's just beautiful. So we were a little late this year when we bought these flowers, which normally we buy them like in May. This year we didn't buy them until like I said, this is the end of June. So we were really late buying them this year, but we still found some good ones to buy. And our weather here in Iowa has been nice, I think. There's been a few days it's been a little rough because of the hot and the humid, and I don't like hot and I don't like humid. So summertime is not really my favorite, but it is for all the wonderful things that we grow and that God has blessed us to be able to grow and to enjoy and to share with our family, friends, and neighbors. So, but yeah, so it's been, but like I said, today it's a nice, these next couple of days is going to be a nice break. So we're thankful for that. Okay, let's put maybe 2 more here, and then we'll go to the wishing well. So just 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Can you hold that one? Hold that one, honey. Let me do the hole first. And this is something really good for kids to do with you as well, which, as you can tell, Samuel likes to help me. The girls like to as well sometimes, but today Samuel's going to be the helper. But planting flowers is a great thing to teach your kids. Planting anything that is God's creation, one of the things that God has created. It's just, I was thinking about this the other day. For me, one of my favorite things to do, and as you can tell this from the life that I live and that my family lives, our favorite thing is to be close to God's creation, not man's creation, which would be like city stuff, right? City life, buildings, things like this, right? We like to be close in connection with God's creation, which would be your natural things. Trees, fruits, vegetables, animals, bees, plants, all that type of stuff. That's what, for me, that is what makes me happy and feel close to God. And He talks to us through that as well. So it's really peaceful. If you are able to get out and to do things to get you closer to God's creation, I think it's a great thing to do, to be able to do. And I think it's good for you too. So, and for kids. Kids love outside stuff. Okay, so this is going to be the last one I'm going to plant here, and then we'll go to the wishing well. So see, I kind of spread them out, give them a little space in between, so they have room to spread, but it's not really empty. So I'll see you at the wishing well in a minute. Okay, so this is a mess up here this year because we haven't worked this at all yet this year. So there's some weeds in it, some rocks. Like I said, this hasn't been worked since last year. So we're going to pull the weeds out. We're going to work up the dirt a little bit. Somebody want to sit right here? Watch your head, okay? You stay right there. I'm just gonna go that way and pull those weeds, okay? You work up the dirt like that for me, okay? Just don't go fall forward. And so, really quickly though, in another video when we planted our fall garden that has our pumpkins and our corn and Indian corn and stuff, we decided, or I had a great idea of planting those Indian corns and corn and sunflowers where I like to decorate in the fall with them. So we normally take them from the garden, we bundle them, and then we put them at different areas of our farm for decorating. Well, I had a great idea to save a little bit of time, would be to plant some of those things right where I decorate. So look how wonderful. This corn is growing. And I believe there's sunflowers there too that are growing. So this is really looking wonderful. So And I don't remember. I think I planted some over there too. I'm not really sure. But I'm going to walk on the other side and get the weeds out. So this is what we call our wishing well. The reason we call this a wishing well is because underneath this is our well. Smart, right? Wishing well under top of the well. So the reason, the reason that, so this used, when we first moved here, obviously it was, I mean, it's the well, it's the well, right, for this farm. And it was just, you know, it's a slab of concrete with a wooden cover, right? That's what it was. And it was fine, you know, when we first lived here, we didn't have kids when we first, when we moved here. So, you know, we didn't really think too much about it being dangerous or whatnot. I mean, we kind of I always wanted to have one of these built, but, you know, I never really thought much about it in the beginning. But then what happened, so then a couple of years since we moved here, then we had our first daughter, and, you know, she was little and out here with us, just, you know, being, you know, a little girl, and she almost fell through that wooden thing over top of this well. So it really kind of startled us. I mean, she didn't fall through, thank God. He saved her. He didn't let her fall all the way through.
Daddy did.
And so, but then we said to ourselves, well, let's be proactive about this and let's fix this problem before anything else bad happens. So pretty much a couple days after that happened, we went to the store and we bought the wood and everything, and my husband's like, I'm building you your wishing well over top of the well. So this is what it turned out to be, which is wonderful. It's beautiful. I love it. I love decorating it. I love it in the fall and in the summer and the spring. So it's beautiful. And if you see it, look in the front of it, you'll see the door, and that, which is locked because of the kids. But if you open that, then you can get access to the well. And that's how we check our well water. You know, last year our well did dry up because we were so dry and hot in Iowa and hadn't had rain. Thank God, God has changed that for us this year. We're getting lots of rain, lots of water. And so our well came back. He allowed it to come back. The stuff that we had researched said, you know, it takes a long time for wells to come back to working order once they are dried up. But because of God's grace and His mercy and love for us, He let it start working again. It had, I don't even think it was maybe a full year, maybe even less, probably less than a year. So we are so thankful to Him for doing that, because now our animals can be back on the well and we're not having to pay for all that water. So anyways, that's why we have this, and also it's just a wonderful decoration to the yard. I mean, it's just beautiful. And once I put the flowers in here, you guys will be able to see how beautiful it is. And then check back in the fall for when we decorate it for fall stuff. It's going to be amazingly beautiful. So, okay, so now we're going to add a little bit more dirt here, I think, to it, because like I said, we wanted to have a good amount of dirt, you know, up here to the edge, because it'll start flattening out. Oh, I think I left the dirt at the other place. 1 minute. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we got the dirt now. Now we're going to put some in here. And then see, what we did was we have this old bucket, and somebody gave us this old hay hook, I think, or it's a thing to pull up hay, you know, like old fashioned. Put the rope on it and you pull up hay to the barn. And so somebody gave us that, and so we had this old bucket. So my husband put this here, and then I plant flowers in the middle too. It's really pretty, but you'll see in a minute once I get this done. I'm gonna go on the other side now and dump out some more dirt. pretty sure this would be my last. All the flowers will go in here. So we'll just use all the dirt. Which hopefully was enough. I don't know. Probably could have used a little bit more dirt. But we'll just have to make do because I don't have any more dirt right now. So it's okay. Okay. So now, we have it leveled like this. And now we are going to get the flowers out and plant them. This is a really nice area too because doesn't get full sun, so the flowers do tend to do well in that thing. So now we're just going to put all the rest of the flowers except for not this one. This is a perennial which will come back every year, so we're going to plant this. We had 2 of these. We planted one over there with our other perennials, and this one will go somewhere else, so we will not do this into the wish one. We just do annuals in there because I like to switch it. For fall, I'd like to put mums in there with our pumpkins and our decorations, so we just put annuals in the wishing well. So, and what's another trick to make flowers continue to go throughout the whole year or the summer, the season, if they ever have the dead blooms, just pull them off. And then that way it prompts it to keep growing more blooms. So, and it doesn't mean it's dead or anything like that. So just pull off the little bit of dead old blooms or whatever that you see. If there's even a little piece of a stem that's got broken, you just break it off, as long as your main part of the plant is green and looks healthy, you're good because of the roots. Little pieces can be broken off, it won't hurt it at all. So, and you just loosen up the roots here, just like you do with vegetables that you plant, so that because they could get root bound in those little containers, right? Yes, sweetie. Oh, nice, very good. And then you're just gonna dig a little hole. I kind of like to make it deep as I can, because like I said, these flowers are gonna really take off. And you want to cover them up, push them down a little bit. Yes. Okay, I'll get another flower. Okay, I'll get another flower for your hole now. Okay, let's see. Let's do yellow over there. You like yellow? Well, there's green because of the leaves, right? I don't really have any green flowers, but.
Yes, the green pants.
Oh yeah, the plants part, yeah. So we're just gonna knock off the. Okay. We're just gonna knock off the dead part. And put that in that hole. Perfect. And you cover it up. Perfect. A little bit more dirt around it. Push it down a little bit. Perfect. Okay, and this is great lesson, like I said a little bit ago, for kids. Anything outside, anything that's with natural God's creation, #1 lesson for kids. After they learn about God and Jesus, of course. They have to know where it comes from, right? So, everything is from God and Jesus. That is the whole purpose of life. There would be no life without God and Jesus. And what Jesus did for us at the cross. So that's why we're thankful, and we know none of this would be possible without that and without Him, who is our loving Father and our best friend. Okay, so let's see. What color next, Samuel? What color should we put here? Pink, do you think?
Pink.
Pink? Okay. You like that one? Okay.
Yeah, I want to put mine.
And another tip about how to get these out of here without pulling the plant out is if you just squeeze around the edges, loosens it up, and then it should just pop right out without hurting the plant. Yeah, okay, good job. Let me loosen up the roots here. And don't be scared of it. Don't feel like you're going to rip the roots apart. It's okay that you're loosening them up. That's the whole purpose of it. So don't be scared of it, because if you're scared of it and too timid, then you might, feel like you're doing something bad to it, but you aren't. Plants are pretty, they're really sturdy. Here, let me make this a little bit deeper. Okay, perfect. Good job. Okay, now I'm going to put one pink one right here, okay? Is that good? Okay. There's the hole. Let's put this little pink one in there. Also, I like the flowers that I choose.
The deepest one.
Yeah. The flowers I normally tend to choose, not all of them, but I like the kind that spread.
I want the yellow one.
Okay. I like to get the ones that spread the best. So the ones that are really good for hanging baskets, which, you know, all these type are good for, if they says that they're good for hanging baskets or they spread good, those are the kind I like because then they will spread over your area that you planted.
I want that yellow
Okay.
one. Maya,
Then after this one, we're going to go to that side, okay, buddy?
Maya, do the dip pollination.
Oh, yeah. After this one, we're going to go to that side, okay? Sam and Phil in that side, okay? All right, go ahead, buddy.
The bodies are in the desert. They are dead.
Hopefully they won't be dead. Hopefully we don't live in the desert.
Well,
Okay.
if I were to see,
Yeah, some of them
this
are.
one is almost dead.
Well, yeah, it's an old bloom. Okay, Sam, I'm going to go to that side now, okay? Do you want me to put you over there?
I'll do
All right. Walk around.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. My light is.
That's an old tiller thing that we from a long time ago. Okay. Watch your head. Okay, so now we're on this side, and we're gonna fill in this area. Okay, dig me a hole right here.
I want red. See that red one?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, now also
What that one
something.
is the bee?
There's pretty flowers right here.
No, I want to see that. The top.
Was it that? Looks like that.
It's gonna be red.
Yeah, red. I like red.
Bang! I'm dead.
Also something that we have been doing these past couple days that were a little unexpected for us were our pigs decided that they didn't really like where they were for a while. So they were getting out on us and they were leaving their area and going into the woods. And the first night that we found out that they were gone, it was nighttime and we couldn't find them. So we were a little bit worried, we were a little concerned because we couldn't find them. Even though, you know, we didn't really figure pigs would go too far. One of our pigs was still here, so she hadn't left. And so we had to wait until the next morning, and by the grace of God, the pigs were there. We just didn't see them at the nighttime. I went out there in the morning and they were right by that other pig sleeping.
And they were dumb.
I just didn't see them at night. So thank the Lord that we found the pigs. And then we moved them again to a different area that we thought would be more sturdy. And lo and behold, Wilbur, which is our daddy pig, he got them out again. And then they kept getting out for a couple days. So finally my husband's like, all right, we can't keep doing this. So he put electric fence around the bottom of their new area for right now, just to keep them in. You know, they need to stay in. And so now they're staying in. But what we're going to do is we're going to build a pig barn. They were our last animal, actually, that we never got to really build them a nice structure. Because we've done, you know, we did the blue barn first, which is kind of for cows, goats. We have used it for pigs, but they're kind of destructive with it. So we did that barn first. Then we've done, of course. Okay. Actually, can you do one behind you more? Because that's kind of close to the edge. Can you do one right here? Thanks. And then we of course we did the chickens, right? The chicken coop, and we've done like little animal structures, you know, rabbits. An area that we put some small animals in. So the pigs, 4 things were really the last animal. So we got some things now to build a nice little pig lean-to barn type of thing. We're going to put it back there with the blue barn. And we're going to have, you know, the electric fence around the edges. We're going to move where it is back there. It gets really, there's a strip of it where it gets so muddy. It just does not drain out well. So we're going to move them out of that, push it back, split it down the middle so our boy pig, which is the daddy pig, Wilbur, he can be on one side. The water can be halved, so he'll get that one, and then the mama pigs will be on the other side. And then in the woods where we had the pigs, that's where he got out of, that'll be for like our feeder pigs as we raise them up to be fat hogs. That is where, take that just over a little bit though. Okay. That's going to be where they're going to be. Lucy, that's too close to the entrance because they get big.
Then you do it. But I'm not going to do it.
So now we are, look at that big one. So that's our plan. So that's our plan for the pigs. And then now they'll finally get a good, nice area. So, yep. Alright, so let me just fill out these couple last things, and then I will be right back. Okay, we have one more flower and one more spot. Also a tip for when you plant flowers or vegetables, we always like to water them in the container so then when we plant them, those roots are nice and wet already. So then you don't necessarily have to water them too much after you plant them. But we do water them. Alright, so actually hold on, I'm going to do that one deeper. This is kind of a tall one. Okay.
Why is that so
I didn't have one for that little pot, but I can get one more for the pot later. Alright, so there you go. So now look, let me get Samuel down. Samuel, let's jump down, buddy. Sam, ready, set, go. Okay, good job. So there we go. So there is our wishing well with flowers. Look how beautiful it looks, as you can tell, and as the summer goes on, we will show you guys how it spreads and how it gets so beautiful with everything. See how beautiful it looks? Okay, well, hold on, and I'll be right back because I just have one more quick thing to show you. Okay, so actually really quick, I found 3 more flowers on the 4-wheeler, so I can actually put some in that pot now, and then we'll be done with the flowers. I don't know why I didn't see these before, but I did. I'm going to actually put them together because they're kind of little. Okay. And then I have one more I'm going to put right here. Okay, there we go. Now we go. Okay, so thanks for watching this video and talking with me about flowers and about God's wonderful creation and how we wouldn't have any of these beautiful things without Him. So thanks for watching. Bye.